want to swing over to Houston right now where Brian Sullivan is. Brian.
Yeah, Andrew, I mean, listen, I think the key now is going to be to watch what happens to the equity market as well. Becky was talking about it right at the open. Dow futures are down about 120 points, but if you just plucked out Exxon and Chevron, they look pretty good. I think the one thing about this attack that stands out is that U.S. oil looks pretty good right now. We talk about the vulnerability to global oil supplies. Well, the one thing we don't have to worry about is the United States. And so everybody I talked to over the weekend expects a violent snapback in U.S. stocks, not just the big caps. I think Exxon's up about 3% in the pre-market, Chevron about the same. But if you look at some of these high indebted, heavily shorted oil stocks that have been down, Andrew, 50, 60% in 12 months, they're going to violently snap back. But everybody I talked to says don't buy into that long term. This is going to be likely a 1, 2, 3 day phenomena because everybody who's short has got to cover. So watch for a violent snapback in the energy names as well. There are also, guys, second derivative plays. Okay, we talk about the defense industry. A lot of questions this morning as well. Hadley's talked about it. Where were the defenses? Why didn't the Iron Dome? Why didn't the missiles work to down either whatever it was, drones or cruise missiles? Watch the airline and travel industry as well. Oil prices, they're going to spike. That means gasoline and jet fuel prices, they're going to spike. Airlines, they tend to go down when oil prices go up. Cruise lines, they tend to go down when oil prices go up. Watch those as well. And guys, also watch the VIX. From a market perspective, volatility, what this does is expose the vulnerability of one of the crucial supply lines in the world. So don't just watch the energy stocks, which could have a huge short-term move today. Watch oil, watch travel, watch cruise lines, and also watch volatility. The VIX, guys, perhaps could also spike as well, because whatever ends up occurring here, whatever we end up finding out, one thing we do know is, as Halima Croft said in Worldwide Exchange, this is the single biggest daily disruption, single biggest event for a daily disruption in oil production ever in the history of modern humanity, 5.7 million barrels. And it shows that whatever the attack, wherever it came from, the world, Saudi Arabia, is vulnerable.